Are the Mavericks one of the most compelling teams this upcoming NBA season? Plus, we react to their early schedule release. All that and more coming up next on the DLLS Mavs podcast. Hey, what's up, DLLS Mavs Nation? It's your man, Kevin McGray, alongside Mavericks beat writer Tim Cato, and, of course, Mavericks analyst Bobby Curlo. We are DLLS Mavs, your favorite guys, cover your favorite team every single day. Are the Mavericks one of the most compelling teams this upcoming NBA season? Plus, we react to their early schedule release as the NBA is starting to let us know when games will be played this upcoming season.
Well, I'd argue Mark Stein.
Mark Stein,
starting to let us know.
That's true, started to let us know as early as last week. We appreciate you joining us here on DLLS Sports on this terrific Tuesday. Tim Cato, what's going on?
I'm good.
He asked you what's going on.
What's going on? It's gloomy outside. Is that still not a thing that's going on? What is going on?
What's going on? I'm good. How are you? Nothing.
Goodness is going on. You know,
that's
just
good.
There is a lot of goodness going on.
It's what's going on? I don't know. I went to the gym this morning.
Let's go.
Not super locked in. You know, it's just a little spacey today, I can tell, but gonna lock in this afternoon.
Nice.
Is that a better answer?
No, that was great. That was
okay,
great.
Thank you.
I'm working off a hangover. I'm not gonna lie. I went out and partied pretty hard last night because my team that I drafted won the championship. The people spoke. I gotta say, we did our under 25 draft yesterday. And I just absolutely
wow. You
dominated.
brought receipts. Okay.
I completely dominated.
Read some for the listeners.
Yeah, okay. So
shout out to Jake.
So our Mavericks, Reddit Mavericks, a bot says Wimby Cooper and Banchero is insane. Compliment. There's a decent shot that your team beats KG and Cato combined if Harper is the real deal. Do you have the first, second, and third picks of the draft? A masterclass in drafting. Bobby won. Yeah, you crushed it.
Oh, he
Bobby
brought
wins.
more.
There's no debate. Bobby hands down is the best team by a wide margin. Bobby cooked. Haven't seen the video yet, but yeah, Bobby took this in a landslide. Wimby Cooper. Oh, were you guys sleeping when Bobby was assembling his Avengers? Bobby's team might beat KG and Kato's one. Man, that Flagg Banchero Wimby combo is nasty. With Scotty on the bench and Şengün, even though I'm not a huge fan of him. Same C Brown MPA. Same. I'm not a huge Şengün fan, but the value, man, just cannot be denied.
Were you guys asleep when he was assembling the Avengers?
Yep. So shout out to the fans for always supporting me. But yeah, I was out late last night celebrating. Well, it was like when the Stars won the Stanley Cup. I had Metallica on the scene and everything. It was pretty fun.
For those who missed it yesterday, we had our top players under 25 draft as Tanner displayed on the screen there. You can go back and look on our X account at DLLS_Mavs to see our full team.
Chime in, weigh in.
Yeah, let
Take
us know.
to Twitter and let us know.
Apparently, people weren't liking my team. They thought my team was going to get smoked by your team. So
Well,
it's
cool.
I like my team a lot.
Every league needs someone to finish in third place. Just
if
like
nothing else, my
every
team's going to have a whole lot of fun. My team's going to be hella fun to watch.
Look,
nothing else.
I like that we're putting this up to Twitter. I get all of my truthful information from that website. When I got COVID, I took ivermectin. That was something that I went to Twitter.
Don't get us in trouble, dude.
You're doing a lot right now.
It's not that serious.
So just like you, I am.
What else did you learn about on Twitter?
All sorts of things.
You want to share other stuff too?
You want me to keep going?
Fired?
Oh, I learned your team was the best team in the draft yesterday. So, oh my God, Twitter, they must be right.
Well, go post it on Threads.
I stand by my team.
Kato's a little salty because
It sounds like a lot of salt.
Yeah,
like
he's a lot of salt. A lot of salt.
Stop telling people I'm mad. All right?
Okay, just because ivermectin has a lot of sodium in it does not mean.
Okay, Aaron Rodgers. Let's continue with today's conversation because we got a lot to talk about today here on the DLLS Mavs podcast today. Early schedule release for some of the teams around the NBA and, of course, for your Dallas Mavericks. We're going to be featured on national television a lot this upcoming year, but Let's get to it. We saw earlier today, if you're watching Good Morning America, if you're watching The Today Show, or you're just following online.
Actually, let us know, when was the last time you tuned in to GMA?
Do you really want to know?
If you tell me, well, not today, because obviously you're locked into the NBA. But
yeah.
Do you watch it? Are you a daily watcher?
No. You really want to know the last time I watched?
Yeah.
When Luka got up there talking about himself.
Oh, wow.
The other day.
I don't think I've ever watched Good Morning America. What was the other one? The Today Show?
Luka was on the Today Show.
Okay, so those are two different shows.
Yeah,
I'm learning.
Wait, hold on.
Okay, I don't think I've
ever
watched either of those shows. Which one has Robin Roberts and George Stephanopoulos?
That's Good Morning America.
Okay, I've never watched that show.
You've never watched a single second of Good Morning America.
I have no idea what the Today Show is.
What?
Who's on it?
Have you heard of Al Roker?
Oh, okay, that guy?
Yeah,
okay.
that guy.
That's cool.
Do you remember Hoda Kotb?
I do.
No,
yes.
I have no idea.
You don't remember her?
You don't know who Kathy Lee Gifford is?
I know all these names.
Kathy Lee Gifford. Did she used to have a show with Regis Philbin?
She did, live with Regis.
I know who that is.
Live with Regis and Kathy.
I've never watched either of those shows. It's good to hear that they're still doing well, though.
You've never heard of the Today Show? That blows my mind.
I've never watched it. I don't know that.
But you said you never heard of it.
No, I don't know what it is.
It's basically the same thing as Good Morning America.
Do they compete with each other?
One's on ABC.
Okay.
Good Morning America, and NBC hosts broadcast the Today Show.
Okay, so they both released NBA schedule information this morning?
Yes, because the NBA's broadcast partners include Disney and NBC.
Dun, dun, dun,
yeah, that's right, and NBC. Now you're starting to put it together a little bit?
Yep.
You see why Luka was on there, too? Because, he's helping promote the NBA. That's going to be on NBC and Peacock this year.
I do not have Peacock.
You're going to need to get it now.
I am not going to download.
If you want to watch the Mavericks play this year, you got to get Peacock.
Hit me up. I got a couple websites for you.
Sometimes you got to watch Prim games there.
I know. That's actually, well, again, websites.
Yeah. What do you mean? Like websites you found from Twitter?
No, I'd spend some time on the internet.
Okay. But like I'm just making sure that you're not missing the Crystal Palace game.
I am locked into the action, buddy.
I just can't believe he had never
watched them win the Community Shield the other day. It was incredible.
Ardell says that Bobby's a night owl, so apparently you just watched everything at night.
That was like 3 months ago.
The Community Shield?
Oh, you're right. That was the one that was a couple weeks ago.
Lock in, Tim.
I told you. I started the show saying I wasn't fully locked in. I'm trying.
Well, we're going to get you locked in right now because these are the places where you got to watch Mavericks games this upcoming season. That's right. I definitely have Peacock because I watch WWE events all the time. Let's look at the schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. Of course, they're going to be opening up the season this year at home against Victor Wembanyama, Dylan Harper, and the San Antonio Spurs. That game will take place on October 22nd at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, boys and girls, on ESPN. Shout out to our guy Mark Stein, who let us know last week that was going to be the season opener for your Mavericks. Confirmed today. The Mavericks will help open up ESPN's coverage of the 25-26 NBA season. That will be on October 22nd. Of course, don't forget the Mavericks will be taking on the Detroit Pistons on November 1st in Mexico City, so make sure you mark a calendar for that as well. And then we've got a couple of prime day games, not necessarily on Amazon Prime, but, of course, on Christmas Day, the Dallas Mavericks will be taking on Stephen Curry, Jimmy Butler, and the Golden State Warriors on Christmas. That game will tip off at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time on ABC and ESPN. And then on Martin Luther King Day, the Dallas Mavericks will be visiting Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks in New York City. That game will be at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time on NBC and Bobby on Peacock as well.
Thank God.
Those are the games that we know of as far as the Mavericks are concerned. They're going to be on primetime television a lot this upcoming year. Reactions to the schedule for the Mavericks so far.
Like, who took away the Mavs Lakers on Christmas Day button? Like, who prevented Adam Silver? Like, that's probably the most shocking part.
It's like not quite an outrage, but it is mystifying.
It is fascinating to me that is not like just like on February 2nd that they didn't, all right, who's got the schedule for next year? Yeah. Let's go ahead and put these two.
Well, remember
the NBA Cup.
Thank you. There you go.
That's the real premier
event. The NBA Cup. That's right.
Yeah. But I thought the groups were random.
You heard that too?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, what is happening?
I didn't hear anything.
Is that real brick?
I don't know, but that creeped me out, man.
What did you guys hear?
There's something in the wall.
You don't hear that?
No. Oh, I mean, I hear
Dude,
that.
there's
the tapping. It's like
yeah. That
No,
it's literally like right here.
Those are creaks.
Okay,
It's just like the building creaking. It's an older building.
That is not true.
that's not true.
That is 100% just like the creaking of old construction material.
The Christmas game to me, Tim, feels like they want to put Steph Curry.
I've been Bobby so many times trying to get us back on track.
They want to put Steph Curry on TV, and the Mavs, like this. We'll talk about this later in the show or whatever. But like, I guess they just want to put the Mavs on TV too. But like, there's no connection between. I guess Klay, but like that's already happened. We've already been there, done the return. Like, there's that sort of like storyline is almost gone. It is. I mean, it makes sense to want to put as many stars as possible on kind of your marquee game day, but also there's a Cowboys game that day that starts at noon, and the Mavs game is going to be at 4. So maybe as the NBA, like, let's give the state of Texas something else to watch. Like, I don't really understand it.
And it's like everything that you said can be true, and you can still have the Mavericks go play in LA at the exact same time slot, and then you can have the New York Knicks or whoever go play the Warriors.
With the Mavericks taking on the San Antonio Spurs on October 22nd, check this out. This comes from NBA Communications. The scheduled matchup between Cooper Flagg and number 2 overall pick Dylan Harper of the San Antonio Spurs is set to mark only the second time, check this out, since 1966 that the 2 top picks in the same NBA draft will face each other in their first career regular season games for both players. So a historic matchup between the Spurs and the Mavericks, of course, with Cooper Flagg and Dylan Harper. And, oh, by the way, that Victor Wembanyama guy, that stuff is really creeping me out behind me. Like, it's literally, like, in my ear.
It is surprising to me that that's only the second time.
That's happened.
Granted, I guess, like, generally, like...
That was good television by Bobby, by the way.
The Mavs and the Spurs are 2 teams. They finished number 1 and number 2 in the lottery, obviously. But they're 2 teams that are way better and way more interesting and have way more star power than a number 1 and number 2 picking team usually does. So I guess that is kind of the caveat. Like, in 2004, you're not like, hey, who was the worst? Well, 2004 is a different story. But in, like, 2001, who's the worst teams? Let's just throw them together on opening night. That's going to be a huge deal. Get some high schoolers out there, whatever, that no one's ever heard of for lousy teams. It is different because, AD and Wemby and Klay and, De'Aaron Fox and Kyrie, if Kyrie was healthy and all that stuff. Like, there is more appeal for sure than I think normal.
Plus, it's just Spurs Mavericks.
They should play every year. Every year on opening night.
It's like Cowboys Giants. Like, I wouldn't mind if that was the opening matchup every year.
Is Wemby Cooper going to be the best 2 players from the past 3 drafts?
It could definitely turn out to be that way.
It could be that way.
I mean, I would take the field over Cooper, but I would say Cooper is the second most likely player to be he's the likeliest player to be the second best player after Wemby.
And I think now that, there's a kind of Zion fatigue or indifference, I guess, and like we know how desperate the NBA and American media is to have like an American face of the league.
American-born star, yes, for sure.
And Ant is definitely that guy right now, but like Minnesota just can't get over that hump. And Jason Tatum's out, and Halliburton is out, and so it's like, all right, who's gonna,
Cooper?
So there could be a lot of Cooper. There could be a lot of Cooper.
Ant is not in any of the opening week,
which is weird because Minnesota's really good.
Yeah, it is very strange, especially given everything about Ant and the face of the league talk that's been, surrounding him. Minnesota plays. They take the last game on Christmas, but also they take the last game. Which is. It's interesting.
Which I believe they were matching up against the Denver Nuggets.
Those are fun games to watch.
Yeah. Wolves Nuggets.
Lakers got prime time.
Yeah.
Against the Rockets, I guess like it's KD and LeBron.
KD and LeBron.
Pretty big deal.
Actually, I'm trying to remember on Christmas. Is the 8 p.m. matchup usually the highest rated, or is it the 5 p.m.?
I thought it was usually the 2 p.m., right?
It's usually
Looks like they're burying Spurs Thunder. But I guess that's going up against the Cowboys. Like the Cowboys on Christmas is going to be massive. So I get why they.
The NFL deciding to infringe upon the NBA on Christmas Day. It's a thug power move by the NFL because they decided to punk the NBA. It's like, actually, we have the most popular league going right now, so we're going to try to take Christmas Day. So
if you just flip the Lakers and the Warriors, it would become Warriors Rockets, which is a rematch of last year. And then it's KD going up against the Warriors. And then you still have all of the storyline drama of
Mavs
Dallas.
Lakers. Yeah, it should be Mavs Lakers.
I still wouldn't mind. Yeah, Mavs Lakers on
That's
Christmas
the funniest thing about it, that you could switch this and nothing would change.
You still get the same outcome that you're looking for.
I promise you, I don't really care. I find the odd. I know it sounds like I care.
He didn't care about the results on Twitter of what people were saying about the draft. He doesn't care about this either.
What I think would be so fascinating would have been in the room when this was being discussed and why they chose to do it one way.
Well, I thought they were going to do Mavs Lakers on opening night, honestly.
We forgot. So obviously the NBA Cup is a huge one, but then we forgot about Rivals Week.
Yeah,
gotta hold off for Rivals Week.
That's right.
And then there's
deep cut there. That's right.
Another time.
There's no rivalry though.
What do you mean?
What are you talking about?
I mean, I guess Luka to the Mavs.
Nico v. Rob, buddy. Name. Oh, they're not even rivals. They're friends.
Buddies. Yeah, right. Exactly. It doesn't fit.
All right, we got to hold off for Friendship Week.
Yeah,
that's right. A huge one.
A little bit later on in the show, we'll look at some of the other games that the NBA has released as far as the schedule is concerned, and react to some of those marquee matchups that we'll be looking at, including Pacers Thunder on opening week of the NBA as well. But coming up next year on the DLLS Mavs podcast, are the Mavericks the most compelling team in the NBA this upcoming season, and who else would fit into that category? All that and more coming up next.
Just like your favorite team needs a home court advantage, your home needs a home floor advantage, and Empire Today can help you get it. Empire Today has flooring experts, dedicated flooring professionals, focused on flooring every single day of their lives. It's your best bet for a new floor because Empire Today lives and breathes flooring, and their flooring experts bring the showroom right to your home. You can pick the right flooring and the right colors for your space. You can see how it looks with your furniture in your house. It's just so much more convenient that way. It's not like the big box stores where once you buy the flooring, you still have to get an installer. You still have to make sure you get it to the house. With Empire Today, it's all a simple process, and you get clear upfront and all-inclusive pricing. You can schedule installation as soon as the next day. Schedule a free in-home estimate today because some things are just better at home. DLLS listeners can receive a $350 discount when using promo code DLLS. Yes, you heard that right. A $350 discount with code DLLS. Restrictions apply. Visit EmpireToday/DLLS for full details.
Look, money is really important. Your investments are really important. Tracking your finances is really important, and it's really difficult. Last night, I spent a long time on the phone with some really helpful people, actually, talking about some of my money and trying to figure out what to do with it and where to move it and everything. And all these pieces got moved around. And lo and behold, I opened Monarch Money this morning, and everything was already reflected in there. Like, Monarch Money is a complete and total financial command center. You can move money around. If you start making payments on things, it will recognize this is a recurring payment and just build that in your budget for you as you're tracking all that stuff. And it does everything. My checking account, my savings account, all my investments, my credit, my spending, everything is all in one place. So if I'm ever confused, lost, or maybe want to study up on how I can save extra money, it's all right there on the dashboard for me. It is a wonderful, wonderful tool. I'd highly recommend it to everybody. Get control of your overall finances with Monarch Money. Use code DLLS at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. Again, monarchmoney.com, code DLLS.
On the Mavericks, one of the most compelling teams this upcoming NBA season, and who else fits that bill as we react to, of course, the NBA releasing part of its schedule. The full schedule release will be taking place on Thursday. There will be other games revealed with Amazon Prime as well. As far as their schedule is concerned, Mavericks note Dirk Nowitzki going to be on Amazon Prime Video this upcoming year. Former Maverick, also Steve Nash, a part of those broadcasts as well. But they're going to be talking about a team that's going to have a lot of folks talking about them this upcoming season in your Dallas Mavericks. Of course, with number 1 overall pick Cooper Flagg on this team, stars like Anthony Davis, the eventual return of Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson still seeking, of course, his 5th NBA championship. A lot that this team will be trying to navigate until their star point guard comes back. D'Angelo Russell also now a part of this team. So, Tim Cato, are the Mavericks one of the most, if not the most, compelling team this upcoming season?
Oh, yeah. I don't think it's that big of a question because we are not even, what is it? We're about 6 months removed from the most shocking trade in NBA history. For that reason alone, they're still one of the most interesting teams because this is a franchise that made a bet unlike any other sports franchise nearly in sports history, certainly North American sports history, really in any major professional sports to this level. They have made a bet and they have done something that is totally unprecedented. And so they are just inherently a fascinating team to see if, and the Lakers are too, like these two teams on February 2nd were two of the most fascinating teams going into next season. And especially the way it played out. Dallas was a win now team. That was their stated goal. But they got injured and nobody got an actual chance to see what the team looked like last season. Next season, you get a chance. And this is still going to be a massive storyline. This is still an enormously important storyline. Then you get to the fact that they won the lottery. They added Cooper Flagg. They added, one of the best collegiate prospects, maybe the best in a decade, in 15 years. In my opinion, the best in in 13 or 14 years. He is that good. Quite frankly, he's a white American. There is intrigue in all of these things. There are a lot of very unique.
He's a WAP.
He's a WAP. Yeah. Please
mark that. Please.
We said that on the show.
Do we
right?
want to clarify what the joke we're making
sorry.
there?
Yeah, it's white American prospect.
Yeah.
Not,
for anyone that didn't see that episode.
The other. Not.
Yeah.
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 Sorry.
For all those reasons, they are one of the most fascinating teams in the NBA.
Amazing.
The Lakers are also
It's
one of the
topical, though.
Also one of the
Megan
most
Thee
fascinating
Stallion's
teams
in the
the
mix.
game. The Lakers are for the same reason. Because again, I don't think I have proximity bias to this. I think that everybody is still fascinated by, maybe not the details of the Luka trade, but in how history will remember it, and history plays out every day. That's kind of how it works.
Yeah, I mean, Luka, outside of LeBron, who is still probably maybe across all four sports the most famous athlete in the world. Is that?
I would agree
North
with
American
that.
sports, probably Tom Brady.
Tom Brady's not an athlete anymore.
Okay,
Tim.
fair. Then yes, I'd say LeBron. Yeah.
Yeah,
Shohei, maybe
Ohtani.
Yeah, maybe Ohtani.
I don't know.
I think I'd still go LeBron. Yeah.
Yeah, probably LeBron. So
obviously Messi.
Lakers
but
have that guy.
past that.
And they also have Luka, who outside of LeBron might be the most famous, certainly most famous basketball player in the world, I would think. Maybe Steph. But those two guys on the same team, Luka has a whole bunch of questions. He's doing the PR tour, saying all these claims about how I'm going to get in shape and everything. So the Lakers, yes, they are very compelling. Plus they play in LA and they're going to live on our television. Outside of that though, and the Mavs might even be more compelling than them, honestly, because you got Cooper Flagg, who's the white American prospect. You got Klay, who's dating Megan Thee Stallion, Klay is very famous, and Megan Thee Stallion is also very famous. That's the power couple, although Taylor Swift, she's starting to feel threatened. She upped the ante last night, announcing a new album on a podcast
with her man Travis Kelce.
All right, so Klay, get the scoop, man. Give us the deets. Come on the show, Megan, too, and you can announce your new stuff. Anthony Davis.
Yeah. Megan, we would love to give you a platform. I know it's really hard to get. It's really hard to get your first.
You gotta
voice
build your
heard.
brand, dude. You gotta elevate your brand here. On DLLS Sports Pop. AD is, a Hall of Fame player, top 75 player all time, and all that stuff. And he has an eye injury, but also is I wouldn't say he's trying to necessarily rehabilitate his perception or image or anything, but it's you're now the best player on the team. Can you lead the team? Can you do the thing that many critics have said that you cannot do? Kyrie coming back and and the front office is, to put it lightly, embattled, and there's, I think, definitely this understanding that if things don't go according to plan this year, then some big changes could be in store. That is super compelling. I'm looking around the West, explaining this to not a super diehard, ultra locked in NBA fan. NBA fans know who Kevin Durant is, obviously, right? So the Rockets are going to be kind of compelling, but I don't think your average NBA fan really knows who Amen Thompson is yet. And I don't think your average NBA fan remembers who Fred VanVleet is. So I don't know about the Rockets. The Clippers feels like everyone's kind of over them. They're never going to win. Maybe they will, but they're never going to win. Who cares? The Wolves, doesn't really matter. The Nuggets, oh yeah, Jokic is kind of funny, but I don't think the average NBA fan cares about Bruce Brown or Christian Brown, or I just don't think really any other.
San Antonio is compelling.
Maybe
because
Wemby is kind of
alone.
fun to watch. Yeah,
yeah, Wemby alone makes them compelling.
But they're not. They haven't been good, and so
right.
Can they take a step forward and make the top 10 this year?
The Pacers would have been compelling.
Yeah,
they had actually earned this even though they're a small market, they had earned this, Cinderella run. Nobody expected, underdogs. Like, they would have been compelling, but now they don't have Halliburton.
Yeah.
Boston would have been compelling, I think, just because they're Boston.
Yeah, because they're good. But like,
I think
pop culture relevance, there's two teams. It's the Lakers and the Mavs. I think that's it.
I think without the trade, both of them are top 5. Like even if the trade, let me rephrase that. Sorry. Even if they had not traded Luka for Anthony Davis, I think the Lakers are number 1 because Luka and LeBron, and Dallas is probably 4th or 5th or at worst like 6th for all the reasons that you stated. Because they made the trade, this is absolutely 2 of the most compelling teams in the NBA because it takes all of the interest and all of the fame and all of the eyeballs, and it just amplifies it with an even juicier narrative. It's one that connects and elevates and kind of frames. And
it's literally why we watch sports.
Yeah.
So
the sexiness in terms of the most compelling teams are the Lakers and the Mavericks. I mean, these 2 teams will forever be tied together because of the transaction that took place 6 months ago. But for the Mavericks, more importantly, as Tim mentioned a little bit earlier, this has to work. And the fact that they've got a mulligan with the Cooper Flagg drafting and winning the lottery throws that much more of an interesting wrinkle into all of this, because for the Mavericks, if this doesn't work, this thing could get turned upside down here fairly quickly, because a lot of folks forget Anthony Davis has got a 3-year, $175 million contract extension that's kicking in starting this upcoming season. Kyrie Irving, of course, re-upped on a 3-year deal. You've got Klay Thompson in the twilight of his career. And, oh, by the way, you're trying to incorporate an 18-year-old generational phenom who could be having this team and the keys in his hands 3 years from now, or maybe sooner, depending on what happens here. And then on the West Coast, how that other team fares and what they do with LeBron James going into year 23, which would be the most in NBA history, alongside the guy that he's supposedly passing the torch to in 77. Yeah, the Lakers and the Mavericks right now are the 2 most compelling teams because they have the biggest storylines across the league that could change the future of what the league looks like in pretty much short order over the next 2 to 3 years, even including Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs. I think these 2 teams have a chance to define what the next 5 years of the league looks like, depending on what happens.
That's why it's so weird that they're not playing on Christmas. Like,
yeah, they should be.
I guess
on
like
every...
a Tuesday night in February, you need ratings then too. But I don't know. It's just very strange. You should be playing opening night. You should be playing on Christmas. You should be playing last game of the year, whatever. But it's like, okay, think about this. So you log on to Twitter, right? And you're like, oh my God, you're mentally and emotionally preparing for like the chaos that you're about to experience as you open that app. And you just see people are just angry. People are arguing about everything. Debate. There's just debate lords abound. All right. This is NBA fandom we're talking about. People love arguing. Almost every single player on the Mavs is a polarizing person you could argue about.
Sure.
You know? Like almost all of their main players, all of their starters, all of their guys with name value, name recognition. And the Lakers, obviously, same thing, Luka and LeBron and all that stuff. Like, I don't think anyone on the internet cares about the Cavs. Like, I don't think anyone is ever going to have a Cavs debate.
So I'm thinking about it in terms of the NFL now.
Or a Thunder debate.
The NFL now as Christmas games,
the Thunder
right?
part.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of what could cause a NFL diehard, somebody who watches like pretty much most Sundays, what could cause them to be like, actually, I need to catch something happening in the NBA game. It's Luka has 30 points at halftime
against the Mavs,
against the Dallas Mavericks.
Or AD is kicking their ass.
Yeah,
that's right.
But I think mostly Luka. But if I can think of the juiciest storyline, let's even take points out of it. If Wemby has like 35 at halftime, maybe. Now, I don't even think to the same degree because there's not.
He's not like I'm stopping what I'm doing to go watch him.
Right,
he's not that.
Right. You watch the clips of him being an alien.
Yeah.
But if there's something that you have to tune in for, it's either Steph has like 8 3-pointers at halftime. That's something that you stop what you're doing and you watch. Or it's Luka with the revenge narrative, where if Luka, like I could see people halfway through the second quarter, if Luka's like, guys, like Luka's going off, and he just yelled at somebody in the crowd. He just looked at. He's
talking crap to a kid.
Yeah,
or even if LeBron's going off for a monster first half, he's going off for 30 at this age in his career.
So this is why, and again, I am talking about this from a media, like inside baseball media perspective about how do eyeballs go from one thing to another thing.
We're talking about the human experience. We're talking about fandom.
Well, we're talking about that too, I think. But like it's
like there aren't many players that have that kind of motion,
right?
And Luka is one of them. I would say that like.
And
even,
is one of them.
When Klay is on a heater, no one is like, "Oh my god, I gotta go."
I don't need to go.
When Kyrie is but Kyrie's not gonna play on Christmas. But like, that's a really good point. Like, I think Luka versus the Mavs is the one thing that could get someone to be like, "Man, Texans Bengals sure is a barn burner," but like, I'm flipping over. I can't. I gotta watch Luka versus Dallas.
Yeah, sorry, CJ Stroud, but like,
there's like maybe
you've never hit a step back three.
There's
actually
CJ
Stroud really good at basketball. If I remember
box office guys in the league. Luka, LeBron, Steph, Anthony Edwards. I don't
know that Ant is on that level.
No, Ant's on that level.
I don't think there's no buzz in the arena when Ant shows up.
This is kind of the
really
with the way there is with those guys.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he's on the level of those. I'm saying like he would be one of the handful that I think about. Like Anthony Edwards
maybe for you. Can we go through our five? This leads right into the next segment. Take the break and then like I think I have like.
Because I think Anthony Edwards is box office, but that's just me personally. Let's talk about that. Who are the box office stars in the league as we talk about the most compelling teams in the NBA? All that and more coming up next. But first, I want you to become part of our DLLS Sports family. And the easiest way that you can do that is to subscribe to DLLS Sports and take advantage of our training camp offer happening right now. Just $36 to join DLLS Sports and get all the tremendous content that we have to offer right now. I want to especially shout out Clarence E. Hill Jr., who is in California, getting every single scoop, every single story, talking to every single major Cowboy personality that you know and love, including Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith, Jerry Jones himself. He was at the premiere with Jeff Kavanaugh and Jesse Holley of America's Team and talking about the new upcoming Netflix documentary documenting the Dallas Cowboys. So if you want access to Clarence's work, to Tim Cato's work covering the Dallas Mavericks, Sean Shapiro and Sam Nessler covering, of course, your Dallas Stars, and Jeff Wilson covering, yes, the Texas Rangers still exist right now. Those Texas Rangers, you go to alldlls.com, click that Die Hard tab, and become a Die Hard member. Take advantage of our best offer right now, our $36 training camp intro offer by clicking the QR code that you see there on the screen. Or if you're listening, you can go to alldlls.com. And oh, by the way, coming up in here in 14 days, 2 weeks from now, we'll be celebrating our 1-year anniversary.
Let's go.
If you haven't subscribed, we are just hundreds away from reaching 30,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already and you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button on DLLS Sports and help us reach that 30K mark, which will be 2 weeks from today when we celebrate our 1-year anniversary. Hard to believe it's been a year already for us here at DLLS Sports. But again, those are the easiest ways that you can help support us here at DLLS Sports.
It's been quite the journey. It's been quite the ride.
It has been.
It's been really fun. It's only been 1 year, but we've already met a lot of people.
Not even quite.
Already covered a lot of very wild sports stories across all sports.
Jeez, man.
I don't know what year 2 has in store for us, but my God.
We're going to find out here very soon. Very, very soon. So again, alldlls.com to become a diehard member today. As we're talking about the most compelling teams and players in the NBA this upcoming season, you are starting to see the NBA schedule release, trickle out games that you'll be seeing this upcoming year. In our last segment, we'll revisit some of the games that across the NBA that are going to be fun to watch this upcoming year outside of what's been released with the Mavericks. But we started to get into a conversation about who are some of the most compelling stars in league, box office stars in the league, as we kind of marry that with some of the matchups that we're seeing, who you guys feel like is a part of that list. I throw Anthony Edwards in there. I think watching him, he's gone to back-to-back conference finals. We know what kind of athleticism he has. He's got one of the greatest dunks that you'll ever see in game, and you just never know what you're going to get in an Anthony Edwards type of night. I think he is one of those box office stars. And you look at with LeBron, Luka, you mentioned Stephen Curry as well. I would throw him in that category.
So the only disagreement I have, it's not even really a disagreement. I agree he absolutely deserves to be and should be and can be. Is he top 5? And I think he, if he's not top 5, it's borderline.
Yeah.
Like if we're not talking top 5 with him, we're talking like 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I do think he's very high up that list. I think the unimpeachable, like obvious top 3 is Luka, Steph, LeBron.
Yeah.
Like those are the 3 names. The 3, it's LeBron and Steph, and then followed by Luka. I think are the 3 most popular names. That have like some level of star power. I think Luka obviously got elevated, although he's been high up this list. I think Wemby is there.
I was like Wemby, yeah, get there too, yeah.
Like if you want to go by jersey sales,
Mm-hmm.
and this is from April. It's Luka, Steph, LeBron, Jason Tatum, which I would say is more the Celtics' best player.
I don't think they have any box office appeal.
No, you took the words right. I don't.
But the Celtics have
The Celtics.
It's the Celtics as a
They've
brand.
enormous
Yes.
outside of their fandom. Do they get a lot of draw?
No.
Now they have, like the second biggest fandom in the NBA.
But like basketball
Along with
fans
the
aren't just
Knicks.
like awing.
I'm
at
not clamoring
Jaylen
to go
Brown and
watch Jason Tatum
Yeah.
play every night. I'm just not. Now,
And then-
Well, and like you're a bona fide 3-point hater, so like of course you're not going to like the Celtics.
well,
and
I don't
what
like.
they do.
Yeah,
You might like what they do this year though. They're going to be playing a different brand
maybe a
of
little
basketball.
more.
this year.
Yeah, the ethos of what Celtics basketball is, I don't necessarily get down with.
Jalen Brunson was 5th. Once again, I don't think it's because he's got the juice like that necessarily, in the sense that you can't miss it. You can't miss a Jalen Brunson game. And we all love him. This is just talking at a big macro picture of how the NBA is viewed and like what drives interest.
I don't want to forget about Jokic because Mason Moneyball 41 throws in. He's got Steph, Luka, LeBron, Kyrie, Wemby, and yes, Nikola Jokic is a walking entertainment show.
I
So
don't
what I was
know
gonna
that
say-
fans see that though. I don't think they care
With Jokic,
about Jokic.
Really?
Yeah.
I think there's utmost respect, and like he's gonna get watched in big games. But yeah, no, I mean I don't think that.
I mean, Nuggets, like, they just, again, there's no buzz. You're in the arena for a lot of these games, over the years you've been, and it's just like, the
Jokic
Nuggets come in, it's like, okay, whatever. I'm trying to think of, like, if it's in Dallas and the other team is coming in and the fans are losing their mind for that guy more than they are for their own team.
So here's what I'll say. Here's my
I
final
don't see
list.
fans caring about
Luka,
Jokic.
Steph, LeBron. I think Wemby's in that top 5. I think Shea is getting there, but he's not quite there. I would give the 5th slot to Anthony Edwards, but really what I'd give it to is the coolest in-game dunking star. I think it used to be Ja Morant. I think
John Morant had a chance to be
He
on this
did.
list for
He was-
years.
yeah,
He got the rocket ship as far as
so
like the.
I do think
popular, but it
Anthony.
didn't
I
work
do
out.
think Anthony Edwards is in my
Yeah.
top 5, but I don't think it's his place. I think it is whichever star level star has, like, if Shaedon Sharpe became a star and kept dunking like he did, I think that in terms of like draw, I think there's a chance that it could become like someone like Shaedon Sharpe. No, I'm not saying it's going to be. I'm not saying Shaedon Sharpe, like, he's not better than Ant. He's not even close to being better. He probably isn't. I'm just saying that I do think that the rotating in-game dunker who is like that good, I think that draws people to the NBA. I think that draws people to games.
I think that draws people to Twitter. I don't know that people are buying tickets to see Derrick Jones, and like he threw down a bunch of
Well, it has to be a
six-dunks.
star. That's why it has to be a star.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it certainly helped with Ja.
Well,
And
Zion was supposed to be the guy.
Zion is
I know.
also another one that was supposed to be.
Yeah.
He was supposed
on
to be
that
and,
box
like,
office
dude,
list.
the Zion buzz that game in March 2020 before COVID in that arena. It might have been late February. I don't remember. Luka versus Zion. That was like one of the most fun atmospheres I've ever seen in my life for a regular season. Like really a meaningless basketball game.
And
the
Zion
crowd was
actually still
insane.
might be on this list when he's healthy.
Yeah.
Like he still might be.
The great shame is Tyrese Halliburton not
Yeah.
playing at all this season because that dude he was on a warpath through the playoff run. That was like the most meteoric rise to stardom and like becoming truly a like that was legendary.
It was
what he did
organic.
in the
It
playoffs.
was
Right.
completely organic.
I've never seen anything like it before. Where Halliburton was an all-star. He's a really good player, and kind of basketball ball knowers knew that. But like the average fan, just like completely losing their ass over Tyrese Halliburton, that came out of nowhere. And he could have been that guy this year. And the Pacers also play a really fun brand of basketball, and they would be really good.
I think
But
the fun
there's
part
not-
about Halliburton, real quick, is the fact that we talk about how playoffs make moments for guys. He was the poster child of the playoffs have made him a bona fide star.
Oh, yeah.
And it was organic for him throughout the
Yeah, it was
entirety.
awesome. One
of that
guy we haven't
postseason.
mentioned at all
Well,
this
hang on,
is Giannis, by the way.
one more Halliburton thing.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
the reason it's not because he like does a spin when he throws a no-look pass. It's because he hit clutch, buzzer-beating shots over and over and over again and had a narrative around it about his dad getting kicked out because he celebrated too hard, about doing the choke symbol and it was premature, and
On the underrated thing.
the underrated
or whatever.
Overrated,
it is
yeah,
like, now what playoffs allow you to do is that all these narratives, which would be like oh, ho-hum, kind of fun talking point for a Tuesday national TV game, all of a sudden those get amplified and everybody is like, Tyrese Halliburton is all of these things. That's what made him a star. And
it's the theater of it all. That's, that's what stardom is. It's you.
If Jokic had a playoff run where he hit like 3 consecutive game-winning shots, I think it would change how, from the biggest national stage, he is viewed.
I think so, maybe, but for fans, like, you want to watch maniacs. Like, it's not just that Kobe hit the buzzer beater, it's that he turned around and did the fist pump, and it's just so, like, these guys are just so either fearsome or
there's a theatrical element to all this.
You're a performer. It's wrestling. Like, it's a whole thing. Jokic is not that guy. Like, he won the title and just kind of like sat there.
Weirdly enough, Giannis is one of those guys either.
Right. He's not really that. I mean, Giannis will flex on you and he's a funny poster, but like, it's not the same thing. Tyrese Halliburton, like, he hits the buzzer beater and then turns to the crowd. You're like, I think he might go fight some fans. Like, he's losing his mind out there. And like, I think that's a big thing separating Jalen from that sort of level of stardom too. He's the guy in New York. You're a god, but he's just kind of cool.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Shai, same thing.
He is the coolness to Shai has been. It's more been manufactured by all of the media and
when he's in a lot of annoying commercials that people hate.
Right. But even though, like, very clearly those commercials are trying to generate and create a coolness around him, an aura, as the kids say.
Yeah. Well, okay. Sorry.
You can't just do that. It takes more than that. It takes on-court stuff that you're talking about.
Someone that could maybe climb the list here, especially with the vacuum out east, Cade. I just don't know that, first off, that the Pistons have that kind of juice.
There it is.
As a whole thing. They're not on national TV a lot. They're going to win 44 games, which is kind of like, all right, whatever. And he doesn't, he talks a little trash and he throws down some dunks and he hits some step backs, but like, I just don't know that he's got the, I don't know that
who would actually do it.
The NBA would have to work on it to make it happen.
He started to last year a little bit in the second half when he had that run, that big scoring run.
If you put this guy on a 45-win, a 50-win playoff team, LaMelo Ball is a top 5 most interesting player in the NBA.
For sure.
Yes.
He already is way, way past his status, like the status he's earned as a player. Like, his name recognition, everything about him is way past that for all the reasons that we talked about. He has the narrative of the Ball family, of his dad. He has the flashiness of how he plays on the court, where you want to watch a guy who is taking a sport.
The kids do love.
They
adore him.
Ball.
They adore him.
He's a TikTok icon.
Yeah, I think I was just looking at the jerseys. He's like 12th or 13th, and he plays in Charlotte.
Yeah. I will say one thing that made me sad. I saw a video the other day. They were asking a bunch of kids who they think of first when they hear the word name Melo. They all said, every last one of them said,
why wouldn't they?
LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, that's their Melo.
I was saying, like, none of them said Carmelo Anthony. I was like, oh my god.
But I mean, if you ask kids today,
you're not saying the kids don't know who Carmelo Anthony is. It's just Melo is now a different Melo.
It personally made me sad.
Yeah, but like, if you ask kids now, like, what do you think when you hear Magic? They'd probably say Luka, not Magic Johnson.
Which is, I mean,
it's kind of it's a whole different thing. There's a couple other.
They'd say the occult.
Yeah, there's a couple other candidates, but yeah, it's I don't know. Stardom is such a weird thing.
Did we go back to Giannis? Did y'all?
I didn't really have anything to say about Giannis.
Giannis is one of those ones, like, you have to, I think, appreciate what he does to really get juiced up for him, because yes, he is athletically. He's gifted. He's been a champion. He's done all these things. He's also kind of boring. Like, the dominance of Giannis can be boring at times.
He doesn't have enough like posters or crazy shots, because he just kind of is like, I'm gonna go in and finger roll it and I'm gonna do the Euro step. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I think
the appreciation comes from just him, how surely how he beats everybody just all the time.
Yeah, and well, part of it is like, okay, what makes a player interesting is doing something that we've never seen before, and Giannis did the thing we've never seen before, and now we're kind of like, oh, that's just who he is. Steph's magic never wore off. LeBron's magic never wore off. Obviously, they won a million titles, which only made it better. I think there's one other player that is going to be good and also is really polarizing for troubling reasons, honestly, but you're still talking about him. Jared McCain, I think, has a lot of motion.
That's true.
Interesting.
Luke Byrne in the chat. Which 5 teams with the most national TV games? Lakers. His guess is Lakers, Knicks, Warriors, Mavs, Cavs. I would say Lakers, Knicks, Warriors is guaranteed to be top 3 or top 4. I think the Thunder is in there for sure.
Yeah.
The NBA doesn't disrespect championships and are trying to build their brand as they should be.
Yeah,
because like this
homegrown basketball team.
Yeah, like this team's going to go for 5 to 10 years. I would say either Mavs or Rockets are going to be 5th.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I want to make sure I'm very clear.
Cavs are close in the mix, but
Boston not Boston
because
old
news,
news,
just because of Tatum.
News.
Like they're going to get a lot still because it's still Boston, but they're not going to be up there as much because of Tatum.
And I want to be very clear when it comes to Giannis. I love watching Giannis Antetokounmpo play basketball. Okay, like there's just no disrespect to the greatness that is Giannis and what he has done throughout the 13, 14 years.
He's probably one of the 20 best players of all time.
Ever.
And Spurs probably Spurs as well, yes.
But there's just a handful of guys that I want to just be on the screen to watch when it comes to these guys in the NBA. And Giannis is top 10 one of those, for sure. Let's take our final break here on the DLLS Mavs podcast. When we come back, some other news around the NBA, plus some of the other games that the NBA has released on the schedule. They're going to be fun to watch this upcoming year. All that more coming up next.
You want me to go first?
You got it.
All right. Hey, we got an event coming up, and it's for diehards only. So heed Kevin's advice from the previous ad break and become a diehard today. It's $36, $3 a month for a whole year. We got an event coming up August 25th. From 7 to 9 p.m. right here at the, it actually just lists the address on the website. So that we are now, it's just out there.
Self-doxed.
Yep. You go to alldlls.com/events is where you can see our events calendar. There's only a couple things on there right now. We got some coming up though. But this one is going to be August 25th from 7 to 9 p.m. right here at the DLLS Sports Studio located in or around Victory Park in sort of downtown adjacent Dallas. You can join me, Bobby Krella, and the DLS crew for an interactive film session plus Q&A at the DLS studio with special guests. Food and drinks are included. It's $10. We're going to donate, I believe, all of that to Big Brothers Big Sisters, and then we're also going to be providing you with food and some drinks as well. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a really, really fun time, and I hope that you're able to go.
All DLLS.
Diehards only.
That's right. AllDLLS.com. Again, click that QR code to take advantage of our best offer of the season. And if you want to participate, we're going to be watching our favorite movie, or one of our favorite movies, basketball movies, Space Jam.
That's right.
We're going to be reviewing that tomorrow on tomorrow's show. So,
which Tim has never seen, right?
I have never seen.
Yeah.
But here in a couple hours, that will probably be different.
So we're going to
planning to watch this afternoon.
Yeah, we're going to review Space Jam tomorrow. So make sure you go watch that, and then you can participate in the conversation with us.
You can probably see my review early on my Letterboxd, but
is Space Jam good? Tune in tomorrow to find out.
It's classic.
Have you seen the website?
Yes, I know about the website. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do know about that.
So again,
I know a lot of lore about Space Jam. Sorry, did you need to end that?
I was just saying,
yes.
Yeah.
Well,
fine.
You see the timer.
It's fine. It's over now.
Yeah, but like, there's no ad cut, so it just kind of ends sometimes.
Our television audience.
I know
is
a
very
lot
confused.
of lore about Space Jam.
That's right.
I know. Well,
I'm a big Space Jam guy.
Yes,
so
exactly.
I've read the fanfic. I've even written some of my own.
Yeah, if you want to call it fanfic.
Yeah. You got Wattpad, and you're just.
I have worked in basketball since I've been paid to produce basketball content since I was 19 years old.
Flex.
I know a lot about Space Jam because Space Jam is in a lot of ways synonymous with the NBA. Not synonymous, but there are a lot of references that like I know a lot about it. I just have never actually watched it. So.
And by the way, Space Jam 1, boys and girls. Space Jam 1, for clarification.
I was on a flight.
I broke news about Space Jam 2 once.
I was on
that one either.
Is that the jersey number deal?
Yeah. Me and Shams broke
the LeBron jersey number
the dumbest
reveal
scoop ever of my entire life, and it matters.
I was on a flight last summer.
I brought that to Shams,
and on the way, it was whatever. On the way there or back, I don't remember. Someone was watching. You know how like on a plane ride, I'm looking around at other people's screens. Like,
you can't help it.
Like it is what it is.
I definitely was watching Captain America: Brave New World on Tanner's tablet.
I watched whatever doc you were watching about the party, the big block party. I was locked in on that. So
yeah, that's a Netflix documentary about. It's like the real life Project X, basically.
Yeah, I was super locked in on that on the way home from Vegas. But this woman was watching Space Jam 2 and watched it was like a 15 or 20 minute chunk of the movie. and then rewound and watched it all again.
Oh, wow.
Like, what were you doing?
It was that compelling, huh?
Like, it was that good? It was a huge chunk of the movie. Like, it wasn't like you
could you have
missed a
seen
scene.
if she had her phone in her hand? Like sometimes you
No,
see
there
it
was
zone
no,
out.
there was not. It was both
Or,
hands
like,
on the tablet.
Like definitely wasn't a scenario where like she
No
dozed off
napping
for a second.
Though it was not the in-flight service where you're getting distracted. No kids. Like, it was just straight up.
Because I
just
have
rewatching half the movie.
I've
Wow.
definitely done that, but it's always been like, oh man, I was not paying attention at all. For
Yeah,
like,
I think if you zone out for a bit during Space Jam 2, you're fine. Like, you just keep going.
Yeah, you're not missing much with Space Jam.
yeah,
2.
you're not like hanging on every scene.
No, not at all. Space Jam 1,
Damn.
though?
Random idea. Should we draft a team using Space Jam Looney Tune characters after we watch?
Maybe we should.
I don't know. That might be dumb.
I'm taking
We didn't
Lola
think
Bunny
of it.
first.
Do you care to elaborate?
I'm just saying. She was a baller.
Okay.
You're a married man.
What's that got to do with her being a baller?
Is it
building the
weird
best
to say?
team.
Can we say this? Is it weird to say Lola Bunny's kind of hot? Is that weird?
Well, you just said it.
All right.
Sounds
It's not weird.
Lola Bunny's-
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's been said. Yeah, Michael or Lola Bunny would be the number one pick.
Yeah, I feel like you probably have to take Michael.
I'd probably
Jordan
take Michael.
over Lola Bunny.
But Lola was a baller. If you watch Space Jam, you'll find out why. Let's
Picking Wayne Knight.
Of course you are. You gonna take Bill Murray? You gonna take Bill Murray? That's a
Bill
good
Murray's in it?
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
man.
Yeah, no, that's not.
I thought you
spoiler.
knew.
Yes, he is.
I think I
That's
think I
Space
do
Jam.
Dude doesn't know
that,
anything about
Oh,
Space
what we
Jam.
should do one day.
Here we go with Lola Bunny.
Let's call it like it is.
One day we should create our own
It's
roster of Monstars. Like, who would be the modern NBA Monstars? Because I think AD would be one of them. Luke Byrne, I think, is on to something. The AD was one of the best. Could be one of the best Monstars. If Zion was healthy, I'd put him on that in that category as well as a Monstar. But
I think they might have. Well, they might have already gotten to him.
they've already taken away his talent. Let's look at the other games that
Well,
are.
they took his health. I feel bad saying that, but like,
No, you didn't, because you definitely said
he's a bit of a messy person allegedly. So
There's a lot going on there. Let's look at the other games that have already been announced going into this upcoming NBA season, including opening night, which is going to take place on October 21st, Tuesday, October 21st. Mark your calendars when the NBA officially begins the 25-26 season. That will kick off on NBC and Peacock, Bobby, with the Oklahoma City Thunder hosting the Houston Rockets, and in the nightcap, the Golden State Warriors take on the Los Angeles Lakers. So those are the first two games of the NBA season. Rockets, Thunder, Warriors, Lakers to begin the NBA season.
just having ring night in front of KD is kind of it's a little bit
It's
of
a little
flex.
messy. It's
Yeah.
a little messy.
I kind of like that.
I kind of like what they did there. You like drama.
Even
You
though
like
they've made the
theatrics.
defenses and everything. It's all good, but like it is still kind of just a
KD getting to see the Thunder get a ring.
yeah.
I mean, how
I like the
much have
messiness. I
they
kinda like it.
mended- I think the franchise has mended fences with Durant. I don't know. If
I don't think the
fan
fans
base-
still. Did the fans still hate him?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Because it was bad. It's not as
it's
bad.
not that bad,
Okay.
but I promise you, because there was some buzz about should the Thunder be interested in KD?
Yeah.
And from what I saw, there was certainly a large percentage of the fan. I don't know if it was 50%, 40%, 60%.
Just a vocal segment.
There was a percentage that was like, no, like never, like he doesn't get to come back.
Huh.
I think there is still that sentiment. I agree. It's not going to be like booing. I think it will be some boos.
It is messy.
I
as
don't
hell,
think it's
though.
like a booing situation where like the entire arena is out to get him. Like they're champions. They have nothing to boo him for. But I still don't think he's beloved there.
There is a debate out there on whether
And I
or
think
not,
it's a little unfair, but
and this is
it's
for
true.
Thunder fans to debate. The idea that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is already the greatest Thunder player ever in franchise history. There is that debate and
Honestly,
question
it's
out there.
kind of hard to.
I mean,
It's hard to question that. I don't
Yeah.
think KD was ever the best player in the league, and I think Shai
You could argue he's the
very
best player.
close to being the best player in the league.
Yeah. So that's
when
y'all.
did Durant win an MVP?
2013-14, or was it 12-13? I don't remember.
12-13 was LeBron, I think.
Yeah, it must have been 13-14 then.
Yeah, 13-14 sounds right. I thought that was LeBron again.
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
Maybe 14-15.
Other games, Wednesday, October 22nd. We mentioned how the Mavericks going to be hosting Dylan Harper, Victor Wembanyama, and the San Antonio Spurs. That game will be tipping off at 8:30 here in Dallas. The game that will precede that, the Cavaliers and the Knicks will be opening up ESPN's coverage of the NBA this year. That game will tip off at 6 p.m. with Jalen Brunson hosting Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then the next night, on Thursday, October 23rd, you'll get your NBA Finals rematch, WNBA, when the Oklahoma City Thunder visit the Indiana Pacers. And then
what does that have to do with the WNBA?
So the Liberty and the Lynx are playing each other 3 times in 9 days over the next week and a half.
Why?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And a lot of us are like,
the Wings did just do that with the Liberty too. They just played the Liberty like
exactly. And we're wondering why didn't, which was an epic final last year between the Lynx and the Liberty, why didn't they open up at least either opening night or during opening week? Why didn't you have the WNBA Finals rematch from a season ago?
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of, but the main impetus around the complaint is they're playing each other 3 times in 9 days. Are the Lynx and the Liberty?
I think it's weird. I know they made the finals, but given the Pacers losing Halliburton and Miles Turner and not really replacing them with anyone, I don't know that they need to be on national TV at all this year.
Oh man, just exit out the Pacers.
They're bad
completely.
They're bad.
They deserve a chance to open up the week though because they were in the finals. I think that's the only reason why.
Dude, they're gonna lose by 50.
Oh yeah, they're gonna get drubbed. Yeah, they're going to get drubbed. But, it is what it is.
I feel bad for them.
Nuggets Warriors are the nightcap of that game on Thursday, October 23rd. That should be a lot of fun. Steph, Jokic, like that.
The one parallel to a champion, like the championship, the finals rematch? The Mavs playing the Miami Heat.
And they got sacrificed at the altar, and that was a really bad viewing experience for me.
At least then Dallas
the Mavs got to raise the banner.
Yeah.
Like the Pacers aren't they might
Indiana gets to be like,
we were there
on your banner that we were 48 minutes away from, like really like 40 minutes away from. Also we're going to lose by 50.
Monday, October 27th, Bobby. Make sure you got Peacock for this, okay? Because you can only watch the games, these 2 games
Dude, I'll
on
just
Peacock.
Give you my login.
I'm not gonna watch Peacock.
So you're gonna miss out on the Cavs and the Pistons and the Nuggets and the Timberwolves. You don't want a
free login?
You're gonna miss out on those games on October 27th.
What day of the week is it?
Monday.
I'm busy that day.
Oh, you got something going on there?
I don't know. Probably
in October.
Supposed to be locked in.
I'm always busy in October. What do you mean?
You have a schedule planned out?
I legitimately might go to the Northeast during the fall because I want to see a real fall. I want to see colors change.
Oh wow! Okay.
When is a good time to do that? Is October too late?
October is probably when.
Have the leaves already fallen off by then?
I think you'd be good by then.
Okay.
But yeah, if you're going to be watching games this year, you got to have several things to watch these games, whether it be Amazon Prime, Peacock, who of course is married with NBC. Your basic, of course, NBC and ABC, ESPN things that you got to watch as well. But yeah,
what's the most compelling streaming service to watch NBA games on there? Rank your top 5.
The most compelling streaming service?
Yeah.
To watch NBA games or just sports in general?
No, NBA games.
Antenna.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Or They should have basketball.
I think KFAA is a good one.
They should have basketball arenas.
It's a good answer.
That have kind of like baseball stadiums have like apartments that overlook the. They should do that with apartments.
Apartments around antenna.
To answer your question real quick. Apartments built around the AAC, and like some of them have patios just up in the rafters that look out.
Down into okay, that you could watch the games from.
Yeah.
To answer one question real quick, will those games air on NBC5? No, there will be some games this year that will be Peacock exclusive, like how the NFL does one playoff game exclusively on Peacock. There will be games this year, including the 2 I just mentioned, that will be only on there. So you have to have the app in order to watch those games.
Someone's got to do something about that.
Well, it's called money. There's a lot of it being passed around right now. Luke, yes. When will Amazon Prime announce their schedule? Tomorrow. They'll be announcing their schedule.
American time. Might be later today for you.
Yeah, they'll be announcing it tomorrow. And yes, we all can't wait for the NBA to be back on NBC again. The iconic song that's going to be played all over again.
Dirk is the one that's on. Dirk is on Prime, right?
That's right.
Okay,
he's on Prime.
Who's the NBC crew?
In part, it consists of
yeah. Breaking news:
Carmelo Anthony, is going to be part of that. I believe Dwayne Wade as well.
Oh, all right. Well, then, yeah. Get me on Prime. Give me Dirk. I don't need D Wade.
That's all you needed to know.
That's it.
Steve Nash. Don't forget about
Nash. Steve Nash and Dirk will be together.
Well, he left, but D Wade's still up there.
No, I'm saying Dirk and Nash is exciting. Like,
exactly. No, for sure. And Blake Griffin, I think, is going to be fun
Blake Griffin is going to be fun to watch, I believe. But yes, the NBA Cup schedule will also be released tomorrow as well. And we'll react to all that tomorrow here on our show at 12 p.m. We appreciate our guy Tanner making us look good.
Lola.
And sound good as always. That's our Mavericks analyst Bobby Curl. That's our Mavs beat writer Tim Cato. I'm your host Kevin Gray. We are DLLS Mavs. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 12 p.m. Y'all be good. Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.